Well, hello, good morning everybody. Welcome back. Jiujitsu2000 here today. I'm back and I've got an interesting video for you. Today I have another offering from Sofirn. This is model SF11. This is a flashlight and I'm very excited about this one because it uses the very standard, extremely popular, easy to find AA battery. Okay, as you can see here, this comes in a very simple package. This is a new offering from Sofirn. Let's open it up and take a look and see what's inside. First thing that we see here is the thank you card from Sofirn. And then if you look at the back, they're basically asking you to go give them a review of their product. Next thing that you see in the package is the user's manual. Information about the light. Pretty straightforward, very simple. Couple different languages. Now this chart right here is what I always love to look at. So if we start by the hidden moonlight mode, we get 1 lumen for 720 hours. Now if you do the math on that, that's 30 days. That's a significant amount of runtime. Then if we go all the way to the left here, we've got low, 20 lumens, that'll last 38 hours. Then we go up to medium of 170 lumens for 4 hours, well 4.5 hours rather. Then we can bump up to high, that's 370 lumens, and that'll last for 2 hours. That's a really significant amount of light. Then we bump it up to turbo, that's 1018 lumens for 45 minutes. And then of course here on the far right we have 800 lumen strobe mode, and this is for 1.5 hours of runtime. The throw on this flashlight is 460 meters. It has an intensity level of 11,600 candela. It's impact resistant down to 1 meter, and it's waterproof to an IPX8 standard, which means directly underwater, for 2 meters. So that's a pretty cool thing. I'm very excited about this light. Now if I look here, I see a small package, and in this package there's a lanyard and a couple of O-rings. So let's take a look at that real quick. Nice little lanyard there. It's a long lanyard. Pretty good size. Pretty cool. I like that. And then we are given 2 O-rings. I'm not going to take them out of the package. Those O-rings go on the body of the flashlight, and that's what gives it that IPX8 rating. And to be honest, I hardly ever change these out, but it's cool that they include them with the flashlight. Now the price point currently on this flashlight, I found it on Amazon for about 25 bucks. Now let's take a look at the flashlight itself. You can see that everything is packaged very well. There's a little thing of silica gel in there and a little foam pad, and they put it in bubble wrap. And there's the first look at the flashlight. Very nice. You can see that the lens is glass and it's got a nice smooth reflector. There's the LED inside. There's the power button, and that's also the function button. That does everything. It's knurled very nice. You got a small heat dissipators here on the side. They're not too significant. Big holes here, so if you wanted to put paracord through there or use the included lanyard, you can. But that's a nice looking flashlight. Very nice. I like how you could set this thing on its end and it will stand up. So you can put it maybe on moonlight mode, for example, and put it on your bedside table and use it as a nightlight. Let's open this up. Take a look at the inside of the flashlight. So the first thing we see is the cap. Very nice. Very clean. Looks like it's built really solid. Brass. This thing spins. Pretty cool. Those springs are solid. Nice contacts. So you're looking inside. You can see that it's very nice indicators in there, positive and negative, telling you exactly where the batteries orient. I think it's really nice. And the body of this flashlight, it feels heavy duty. Right there you can see the O-ring right there by my thumb peeling up. That is what gives you that IPX8 rating. But this is a nice looking flashlight. Now when it comes to batteries, this flashlight will use a wide variety of batteries. You can use your standard AA alkaline batteries in the flashlight. However, I would recommend against storing them in there. If you store them in there, they can leak and things like that. You don't want to have them leaking all over a nice flashlight like this. So these are the type of batteries that I'm going to use in this video today, simply because I'm on a little bit of a budget, and I think a lot of people that buy a budget flashlight are budget conscious rather, and so I figured that this would be the right batteries to use in this video. So it's very simple how the batteries go in, very well labeled so you can see where it goes. Now you have 2 brass pins and 2 holes, and these pins correspond to those holes. And now when you turn this tail cap, you'll see that it goes over that O-ring, and that's how you get that IPX8 waterproofness. I really like this. Now let's talk about how to turn this flashlight on, and let's briefly go through the modes. Now the first mode that I want to access is moonlight mode, so I'm going to press and hold the button, and now you can see that we are on moonlight mode. This is 1 lumen, 720 hours, which is 1 month, 30 days. That's 1 lumen. That's pretty crazy. And you can see there's a battery indicator there of green batteries. I'll explain that here in a minute. Now to turn it off, we're just going to push the button again. Now if we want to turn it on, we'll just push. Now if we want to cycle through the modes, we'll just give it single pushes. Low is 20 lumens for 38 hours. Medium is 170 lumens for 4.5 hours. High, very popular setting, 370 lumens for 2 hours. And then of course your turbo, 1018 lumens for 45 minutes. Now this flashlight, say we go back to low for example, and we want to turn the light off and turn it back on, it does have a memory, so it'll come back to whatever setting you're on. So now we're on medium, it comes back to medium. Go up to high or even turbo. Let's turn it off and see if it comes back to turbo. It sure does. Now this flashlight does have a strobe, so I'm going to warn you, strobe warning folks. To get to strobe, what we're going to do is we're going to double click this switch quickly. That's going to give you the strobe function, 800 lumens for 1.5 hours. That's a crazy strobe. I'm really enjoying this flashlight. Now if we want to go look at the battery indicator here, you can see that we have a green light. That means that our battery capacity is more than 60%. If it drops below 60%, the battery indicator light will turn orange. And then when it drops below 15%, that battery indicator will turn red. Now again, the types of batteries that you can use in this flashlight vary dramatically. One of the batteries that I really like to run in my flashlights to prevent leaking, like these alkalines do if you store them, is lithiums. These are non-rechargeable lithium-ion batteries. They also give your flashlight a little bit better performance. You can also use rechargeable lithiums, like these black oobs that I did. These are excellent batteries. If you haven't seen my review on these, please take a look for that video. These are good batteries. So I can use something like that in there. These batteries here are excellent too, by Panasonic. These are really good batteries. These are rechargeable batteries, and I believe these are nickel metal hydride. But these are good batteries too. So all those different batteries will work in this flashlight. One thing that you don't want to do though, however, is you don't want to try to put 14500s in this flashlight. They'll fit, but they won't work. The reason for that is these 14500s operate at 3.5 volts, 3.7 volts to be exact. Okay, where a standard AA operates at 1.5 volt. So these guys, don't even try it. Don't use 14500s. You'll damage your flashlight, probably void your warranty and all kinds of things. So yeah, make sure that your batteries are operating at 1.5 volt. 1.2 on these ones. You'll get better performance and the flashlight will do good. I'm very excited about this light. Man, this thing is nice. If I turn it off, turn it back on, it goes to, it won't come back to moonlight mode. It'll come back to the last mode that you accessed other than moonlight mode and strobe. Very easy to operate. You just push the button, long push to turn it on or off, short pushes to turn it through the cycling of the modes. That's crazy. And then a double press for strobe. Super easy interface. I really like that. I like low because when I turn my flashlight on and it has a memory, I don't want it to come on super bright. And for most applications, low is plenty of light for what you're needing to do. In fact, personally, I use moonlight mode a lot, which is this again, push and hold. Moonlight mode is excellent, and I like the beam pattern on this thing. It's got a nice hot spot in the center. So IPX8, let's put it on the moonlight mode. That's completely underwater. No problems. Take the flashlight out and let's cycle through the modes. Looks like it's working just fine. Let's go back to moonlight mode. Yeah, that's pretty cool. No problem underwater. IPX8, I really liked it. This is a very nice flashlight on a budget. I think this is pretty cool. You know, and to be getting that kind of performance out of a AA battery, 4 of them, I think that's amazing. What a nice flashlight this is. I want to say thank you to Sofirn for sending this out for review. This is a nice product. And you know, the cool thing about this company is you get a lot of bang for your buck. This thing is competing with a lot of major flashlight companies, and they're holding their own. You're getting a glass lens, a beautiful reflector. I think this is a phenomenal flashlight. Okay, right now we are looking at 1 lumen. You can see it dancing around there on the bottom of the screen. Again, this will last for 720 hours or 30 days. So you can kind of see the brick there, and it's very light. We are now on low. This is 20 lumens, and this lasts for 38 hours. This is a pretty good setting. You've got a pretty good amount of light, even on low. The throw of this thing is nice. Look at how wide that beam is. So it's got a nice tight center, and it has a good flood too. So let's move it up to medium. This is 170 lumens. This is 4.5 hours of runtime, and you can see a significant amount. This is a good setting for this light. If we move it up to high, we are at 370 lumens. This will last for 2 hours. And that's a pretty good amount of light. Now we got one more setting here of turbo, which bumps it up to 1018 lumens. This will last for 45 minutes on this setting. Pretty good run time there. And then a strobe warning for you guys. I'm going to hit a strobe here. This is going to be 800 lumen strobe. This is going to last for 1.5 hours. I'm going to turn this off. Actually, I'm going to go back down to low. I'll turn it off, and we will come back to moonlight mode. 1 lumen, 30 days. If I turn the camera, angle the camera down just a little bit, you can really kind of see So this camera doesn't really justify how good the moonlight mode is. 1 lumen is it's a pretty good mode. This camera's a little bit out of focus, but this, I can tell you, this would be a good setting for like walking around. There, it's starting to come into focus a little bit. You see a crack in the concrete there. This would be a good setting for walking around because it has a nice tight center, but it also has kind of a flood to it too. So that's pretty cool. Let's go back to low. I love this, the way this light is. There's a bug crawling around. There's medium. There's high. And there's turbo. Pretty crazy. I like the pattern. I like the tight center, and I like the nice wide approach. So even going back to moonlight mode. Whoops, let me get there. There's moonlight mode. Nice light. I think Sofirn did a good job on this one. The only thing that I can see that might be a possible concern is the sound that the switch makes. You know, you can see the light here. There's the switch. If you're hunting or something like that, that switch noise might be something that you might not like. But for me, I don't think it's that big of a deal, honestly. But even low, that's a good setting. This is a very nice budget flashlight. I think it's going to do great things. And the fact that you can run, you know, alkalines, as long as you're going to be not leaving them in there. You know, if you're going to put batteries in this and store it in your console of your vehicle or something, don't do it with alkalines. I've learned that lesson the hard way. If you want to store this thing, use lithiums or nickel metal hydrides. These energizers are pretty good. All these batteries that I showed you are really good batteries. So until next time, folks, again, thanks for watching, and I hope you got some good, useful information out of this video. Please feel free to leave your comments down below, like this video, share this video, and as always, have a beautiful day. We'll see you next time. Go out there and get you a Sofirn SF11. You can find these AA batteries anywhere. It's a nice flashlight. Bye for now.